very smart, sophisticated strategist that will help him do that.
It sounds like
there's nothing more to it than that, George.
But it sounds like, and from your characterization now, that you really think this White House is something of a hornet's nest right now. You talk about leakers. You talk about people inside the White House who are there to protect the country from President Trump. Who'd you have in mind there?
Well, I think that, listen, I mean, you could agree with me or disagree with me. Even the president could disagree with me. But I think what happens in Washington, this is my general observation, is the president is not a representative of the political establishment class. And so for whatever reason, people have made a decision that they want to eject him. It's almost like he's opened up the door now for America's CEOs and America's billionaires to enter the Washington political system. The members of that political class do not like that. And it's not just an opening for President Trump, but it could be for a Mark Zuckerberg.
So he's fighting an enemy within the White House?
I think that there are elements inside of Washington, also inclusive in the White House, that are not necessarily abetting the president's interests or his agenda. I absolutely believe that, yes.
Name names.
Well, I named some names, and there's been some strategic changes, and my guess is there'll be more strategic changes. I think the president's getting his arms around the fact that if he wants to prosecute his agenda, he's got to bring in loyalists to him, and he's got to bring in, I think, a different strategy than the one they're deploying, because you've got 7 months now. He's done a tremendous amount. I think he's done way better in terms of progress as president than's been prominently displayed, and, you know, one of my heartbreaks is I wasn't able to effectively communicate that to the American people.
Reince Priebus is out. Sean Spicer is out. You think it appears that Steve Bannon is going to be out as well. You are out as well. That's led a lot of people, including Roger Stone, to characterize you as a political suicide bomber.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. Well, listen, I saw it more as like Mr. Wolf from Pulp Fiction. You know, I really get it directed from the president. I had a mutual understanding with him, and I was probably running too hard and acting more like a corporate CEO than I was, say, a political operative, and that's my mistake, and I have to own that. But, you know, listen, I've embraced the agenda. I grew up in a middle-class family. I grew up in a working-class neighborhood. I see the economic desperation and struggle of those people. The president has appropriately identified that. The reason why he won the presidency is that he wants his agenda to include and to lift up those people, George. And so for me, I went in there with my heart and soul. I'm a straight talking person. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. But I enjoy being a straight up guy today and in the future.
One of the things you advise President